Hello everyone. Today's video we're going to be looking at the best starting locations, the buff locations, and kind of show you how our alliance progressed through and how your alliance might want to progress through the game as it goes on, as this is a game that's forever progressing until you reach the AGN and you want to get the best starting locations that you can. So what you want to do first off is scroll all the way out in your galaxy map so you see something like this. Now this has been recently updated. We've got a bunch of new keys here. It used to be up here, and it's going to show us a lot of good information. So first off, you'll notice the triangles. These are fortresses. Then these, they'll probably be white for you if you're just starting. These are gates into the inner sector. Then once we reach an inner sector, we've got more fortresses. Then we've got the AGN gates, and then we've got the AGN fortresses, and then of course the guard cities and the city itself. And the last thing to look at in here, the diplomatic relationships, you'll use that more in a later game, and system info kind of shows you where your alliance members are. But the most important thing here is your resource level. So you'll see here, we can see that these kind of faded out ones, they're poor systems. We've got normal, and then once we progress into the next sector, all of it's normal apart from the ones surrounding the fortresses. Those are excellent, and then so on. Again, AGN excellence is the new normal, and then rich is around the fortresses and around the city itself. Something to notice is there's a pattern to all of these sectors, and your progression through is always the same. I'm going to show you what our alliance progressed through, but it's duplicated for every single sector. So we started in the An sector. Now the An, once you reach the inner sector stage, you go into the Albion sector, and then onto the AGN. Valhalla, you go to Isengard, and then into the AGN, and so on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 kind of deal. To get into the inner sector, you have to be a fortress level 2. I've got a video on that if you want to see that. And to get into the AGN, you have to beat the fortress level 4. And of course it's all timed, so you can't just rush it all. One other very important thing to note, which a lot of people didn't realise even after we got to the AGN, is there's always a format to the fortress positions in every single sector. So for every single sector, it's going to go level 1, level 1, level 2, level 1. When we go into the inner sector, it's level 3, 3, 4, 3. Yeah? So every single sector follows this same pattern. So it kind of makes your position in the inner sector predictable if you want to get the best spots for the gates. So the inner sector is by far the most important for where you want to position, because there's only 2 gates into the AGN. You want to control at least one of them, minimum. But the the outer rim, you've got a lot more options. However, I would say you still want to hover around the fortress level 2, which is where we started. We started in this little system right here, which CCC right now own, and it wasn't the best starting location. It's a level 1. We should have aimed for a higher level, but for us it was about speed of getting the alliance up and getting the alliance as big as it could be, so it was more attractive to players to join. So we positioned ourselves here because we wanted to be pretty close to the level 2, but we also wanted options to go up to the level 1 if we wanted. This sector for us was pretty popular, so this kind of area was already taken as we were progressing up. So our expansion kind of, I'll draw it for you. We kind of expanded something like this. Now the weird shape is for 2 reasons. It's because we had alliances up here, here, and another one kind of in this corner that we had to avoid because we didn't want to fight, and we didn't want to make the nebula unattractive by being warmongers at number 1. But it's also because we had a focus on high level systems, which is what you definitely want to do. So those are the systems we took, and if you want to figure out what a level is, it's very simple after the reworked map. You just have to scroll in just a little bit and you'll see these numbers beside each system. So this is a level 1 that we started in, this is level 3, and this is level 4. Level 4 is the highest that you'll get in the outer rim. Now how to identify level 4s easily beyond looking at this is they are always connected to a fortress. So you see here we've got a fortress right here, and then we've got a level 4, a level 4, a level 4, and a level 4. And then from that, every level 4 has a level 3 connected to it. Level 3, level 3, level 3. This is another pattern that is repeated throughout the game. So if we go into the inner sector, we go down here. We scroll in just a little bit. You'll see this is a fortress, a level 4 fortress. It's got a level 6 system attached to it in every direction. Each of those level 6 systems has at least one level 5 attached to it. So I will scroll out and I'll draw that just for you. So we got level 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, and obviously 5. So this pattern is repeated throughout the game, so you can plan way ahead of where you want to go. Now the next most important thing, and also in the title of this video, is the buff locations. Now a buff is always connected to a fortress, again repeated throughout the entire game. Every fortress has one buff attached to it. Now what you want to note is there's some old videos showing buff locations and things, and it shows a lot more buffs. The very old servers, they have completely different buff layouts, so you don't really want to take those into consideration when you're planning for a new server, because those don't exist anymore. Those are legacy systems. Every new nebula is going to look something like this until they rework it, if they ever do. At the end of this video, I'll have a picture with all the buff locations and what they actually are. So how to figure out what a buff is. So we'll go here for our example of this level 4. So like I said, fortress, and this is our buff system. You can identify a buff because it's got a special icon right beside the level. If we go up to the other fortress, we will find another special symbol right beside it. It's different, each symbol represents something. So if we go in here, go into the system, go to the star platform itself, click details, we will see the starship load bonus, and it's nearly 20% increase to your load. Scroll out and we go down to where we currently on. This is another fortress. This is fortress level 5. This has got a blue symbol. What is that? We click in here, we click on the outpost, we go to details, and we see it's a 20% research speed increase. And the other type, so we've got green, which is obviously logistics, we've got blue, which is technology and construction, and then we've got red, that's our more combat focused buffs. So we click here, we click check, and we'll see this is fortify warship attack, and that's a 7% increase to your warship attacks. Buffs are very important, and there's going to be a lot of contest for them. It's what every alliance sees and they want. Even when we've moved in here and we're mostly peaceful, people wanted this 7% attack. People wanted all these other ones that we've got. And what we did when we were progressing through all these systems is we made sure when we entered the inner sector and we entered the AGN is we ran fleets for 24 hours. That was moving every single system we had in less than 24 hours, so that we were moved in and we got the best space that we could possibly get before any other alliance had managed to establish all of their territory. I think that's very important, and it was very crucial to the success of my alliance. We, for example, when we came into the AGN, we worked our way, I'll show you with drawing with this fancy tool I've got, we worked our way down here all the way here. We took this this other AGN gate, and then we worked on the buffs. So we took, I think, this system and then this system, and then we slowly connected them and then connected up there. That's the route that we went, and probably what you want to do as well. So that's it for this video. It was a pretty short video, and it's just to show you the progression that you'd kind of expect. So before we end, I want to show you exactly how my alliance went. So we started up here beside the level 2, then we ended up going through this gate because we could connect to the systems that we wanted the fastest. What you want to make sure when you're progressing is have your energy, your investigation energy, up to maximum by the time that you enter, because then that would let you explore all the systems that you want quicker, because you have to explore a system to be able to go into it. So we moved from here down into here and then into here, which you can obviously see already, and that's mostly the progression that most alliances had. Oops, sorry, went back too far there. That's the progression that most alliances had and what you should probably get as well. Again, focus on getting prime locations around a fortress, focus on getting buffs, and if you've got secondary alliances, put them beside other fortresses. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful day.